This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1. The message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved it is the power of God. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and the learning of the learned I will set aside. Where is the wise one? Where is the scribe? Where is the debater of this age? Has not God made the wisdom of the world foolish? For since in the wisdom of God the world did not come to know God through wisdom, it was the will of God through the foolishness of the proclamation to save those who have faith. For Jews demand signs and Greeks look for wisdom, but we proclaim Christ crucified, a stumbling block to Jews, and foolishness to Gentiles. But to those who are called, Jews and Greeks alike, the Christ, the power of God, and the wisdom of God. I had a friend recently who was at a comic book convention. Most of you all know that I like comic books. I go to comic book conventions, things like that. And while she was there, she was talking to somebody about faith. She was in a conversation about faith, and somebody who was actually dressed up at the comic book convention commented out of the blue, faith is for fools. So a person dressed up at a comic book convention said faith is for fools. The irony in this particular case is really, really sweet. If I were there, I know what I would have said. Yep. And you'd fit right in. Christians can't get away from the accusation of wishful thinking or foolishness by claiming of themselves that they are in fact not fools, that they are wise, that they are smart, they are complete. The whole idea of Christianity is that we are fools, we're broken, we're nothing, we're losers, and that we need God to make us whole. In the end, we can't deny what Paul says, that the cross is foolishness. That being a Christian, to be a Christian, is to be a fool. But what was that guy? Dressed up, playing around, celebrating some silly little piece of fiction? What is that but foolishness? Simon Pegg said that geekiness is having the bravery to embrace one's childishness. That's not any different than what Christians are saying. Christians are saying of themselves, yes, I'm a fool, yes, I'm ridiculous, this is who I am. But so much of human life is foolish and ridiculous, isn't it? Laughter is ridiculous. Hope in some ways is ridiculous. It's foolish to hope in a world like this. Love is folly. But what is life without those follies? It's meaningless, it's pointless, it's empty. It's that foolishness of the human existence which makes life worth living, which makes it fun, which gives us a sense that all of this means something, that it matters at all. Christians are just embracing the full range of human experiences. They're just out and open with their foolishness. They take their living and their believing and make them one. That guy uses fantasy as an escape from reality. For a Christian like me who's also interested in science fiction and fantasy, those things are explorations of reality. What if life is really like that? What if the whole of life, every mundane event is really under the surface, just like all of those stories and all those moments that he loves so much? What if we're on an adventure? I invite you into a life that's like that adventure. I invite you into a life where every single day is lightsaber battles and fights against forces both cosmic and evil, and aligning yourself with forces cosmic and good. That's the kind of life I call you to. You want proof? You want to know for sure that life is like that? I can't offer you any proof. That's to give you the end of the story before you get there. That's to cut off the journey. No adventure consists of certainty and safety. The whole point of an adventure is to go off on a road that you're not sure of. That's the foolishness of life, is risk and venture and treating this world as if it's supremely important. That's what it means to be human. Christians take that living, take those moments, and they bring it into their believing. They say openly, yes, I believe that. Yes, I think that's the way it really is. What all of those people playing dress up and loving fantasy in their hearts really suspect is true, Christians come out and proclaim is true. And Christianity in particular is an expression that life in its essence is turned upside down. That the foolishness of the world, the silly little childish stories, the simple pieces of fiction that cause people to become obsessive, that these point to some ultimate truth and ultimate reality. The idea of God coming as a crucified carpenter, that speaks to the foolishness of life. It's the kind of belief which can buoy up and ground out all of those silly little experiences that make human life worth living. And so yes, my message to that young man would have been, there's room for one more. You would fit in wonderfully. In the end, the Christian can't deny his own foolishness. To deny that is to deny the inside of Jonah, that everybody is silly and stupid, but that God loves us anyways. We can't deny our foolishness. What we can do is point out the foolishness of the world and suggest that the cross, in all its mystery and strangeness and all its paradox and unusualness, speaks to the foolishness of every human life like no other idea. Amen.